There is a strange paradox about modern life. For most of human history, survival was difficult. People struggled every day just to find food, shelter, and safety. But today, for millions of people, life has become incredibly comfortable. Food is available instantly, entertainment is endless, technology removes friction from almost every part of daily life. And while that sounds like progress, comfort may actually be one of the most dangerous environments a human being can live in, because comfort does not destroy people suddenly, it slowly convinces them to settle. Imagine someone with enormous potential. They are intelligent, capable, and full of ideas about what they want to achieve. But life around them is comfortable. Nothing is forcing them to act. There is always something easier to do. One more episode, one more scroll, one more distraction. Psychologists often describe this as comfort zone bias. Humans naturally gravitate toward environments that feel safe and predictable. Our brains prefer situations where risk is minimized and effort is reduced. And in small amounts, this instinct is helpful. But in modern environments, comfort is everywhere. And when comfort becomes the default environment, ambition slowly begins to fade. Another psychological phenomenon that makes comfort dangerous is something called hedonic adaptation. Humans quickly adapt to improved conditions. What once felt exciting eventually becomes normal. A new job, a higher salary, a better lifestyle. At first, these things feel rewarding, but over time, the brain adjusts and the feeling disappears. Soon, what once felt like success simply becomes the baseline. This creates a strange psychological cycle. People pursue comfort, believing it will make them permanently satisfied, but the brain adapts so quickly that comfort never truly fulfills them. Instead, it quietly lowers their motivation to pursue harder goals. Modern technology has amplified this problem dramatically. Our brains release dopamine whenever we experience something rewarding. Originally, dopamine evolved to reinforce behaviors that helped humans survive, solving problems, learning new skills, overcoming obstacles. But today, dopamine can be triggered instantly. Social media, streaming platforms, video games, endless scrolling, all provide small bursts of reward without requiring any real effort. Over time, the brain begins to prefer these low-effort rewards. Hard work becomes less appealing, focus becomes more difficult, and slowly the ability to tolerate discomfort begins to disappear. The human mind has another interesting habit. When our actions do not match our goals, we experience something psychologists call cognitive dissonance. This is the uncomfortable feeling that occurs when we know we should be doing something, but we are not. Instead of changing our behavior, the brain often changes the story. People begin to rationalize. I will start tomorrow. I work better under pressure. I'm just waiting for the right time. These stories protect our self-image, but they also allow comfort to continue controlling our behavior. Ironically, almost every form of growth requires discomfort. Learning difficult skills, taking risks, facing uncertainty. Psychologists studying success often emphasize the concept of delayed gratification, the ability to sacrifice short-term comfort in exchange for long-term rewards. In famous experiments, children were given a choice, one reward immediately or a larger reward if they waited. The children who were able to delay gratification tended to experience better outcomes later in life, not because they were smarter, but because they were comfortable with temporary discomfort. They understood something most people struggle to accept. The path to meaningful achievement rarely feels comfortable. Comfort is not the enemy, but comfort without challenge can quietly erode ambition, because the most dangerous situations in life are not always painful. Sometimes they feel easy, sometimes they feel safe, and sometimes they feel like doing nothing at all. The difference between who someone is today and who they could become is often defined by a single decision. Whether they choose comfort or whether they are willing to step outside of it.